Friends, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Even a little too ironic. That it would seem like every anti-gun grabbing politician seems like they can't even competently fire the most simple of firearms. Yet somehow all of these anti-gunning politicians served in the military. So today we're going to get to go to the range and get some free firearm training from none other than ex-Marine Democratic Senator Lukas Kunce. Take it away, Lukas. We're all eyes and ears. Because he wasn't wearing eye protection or ear protection. If you haven't seen it already, enjoy this one.
Kunce was at a shooting range at a private residence for a campaign event in Holt, Missouri. That's just north of Kansas City when he fired a rifle. Investigators say a bullet or another type of metal fragment ricocheted off a target and hit a TV reporter in his arm. Now, these are photos you're looking at from the scene. Kunce saw the reporter. KSHB's Ryan Gamboa started bleeding. Lukas Kunce, who spent 13 years in the Marines, immediately wrapped gauze and his belt around the reporter's arm to stop the bleeding. Now, the wound was later wrapped with medical tape. Here's part of the conversation Kunce had with the injured reporter at the time.
Yeah, I mean, always have your first aid kit handy. You know, you never know what's going to happen. A round can always bounce off of anything and come back and nick somebody, and so you got to be prepared for that. You got to be ready to go. We had like 4 first aid kits here, and you know, I'm pretty proud of the fact that we had that. We were able to take care of the situation. I hope your arm's feeling better, brother. And yeah, we'll have to get you to sling around downrange here and maybe blow up a Coke bottle, huh?
Yeah, I'm in. Whatever.
So what do you see there? Because I see a guy who looks like he's never held a firearm in his life, let alone an AR-15, a weapon of mass destruction. Close range, no eyes, no ears. He's got that brace like, I don't even know what he's doing with the brace. Leaning back like he's scared to lean forward. The guy looks like he's never fired an AR-15 in his life. This is why he wants to take our firearms away from us, friends, because he's scared of them. Because clearly, in this picture, he looks absolutely scared to death over what he's about to do. Pulled the trigger. Then he goes on to say, oh, well, even though the reporter was hit with shrapnel, we had a great first aid kit on hand, and I took care of wrapping his wound up. Oh, okay, medic. Okay. And this whole thing comes just moments after we got to watch good old Tim Walz, the military hero, which was a big lie. You guys know that, right? Like, he lied about his whole military history and yada yada. Of course he did. Because he was more concerned about getting tampons into the boys' bathrooms. Way to go, Tim. Way to serve your country right. So here's Tim attempting to load a shotgun. Take it away, Tim. Tampon Tim.
Walz looked more like Elmer Fudd than a real shooter, which, let's be honest, is probably a good thing based on this vision.
Quite theory, and it never fits quite right.
Never fits quite right. Just not quite right. How do you give it back?
Governor, what kind of gun is it?
This is a Beretta A400. I bought it when I was shooting a lot of trap because it has a kind of their patented thing, a kickoff.
There are no words.
An idiot. So friends, there's our firearm training for today. What have we learned? Let's see. Well, we've learned number 1. Those attempting to disarm Americans, legal citizens with legal firearms, using them for good. In other words, the good guys. The good guys here to protect against the bad guys. Or, potentially, the government. As these anti-gunning politicians attempt to disarm us, they are proving to us that they are the ones who need to be disarmed. Because they are not responsible enough to fire, let alone handle or even own a firearm. So that's it, friends. That's today's lesson. Hope you've enjoyed it and taken something very important away. Disarm Democrats. It's the safest thing to do. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video so that we can share this valuable information all around the world. Everyone deserves to learn something from these people. I've learned a very valuable lesson. I'm sure you have too.
Let's